today's buns are going to be a little bit dusty. Let me bring the bag over. Hang on. Oh, Gerry, I heard that. Right, there we go. Let me grab you some water. They're out. Getting to the end of the bag now, so it's going to be food for cousin, that's for sure. Good morning, Drew. How's it going? Morning, David. Gerry, you got sleep in your eye. There we go. There we go. Good morning, Hetland and Saffron and Megalomaniac. How's it going? I take these two. Oh, morning, lazy corgi. Have you seen the MCR news? No. What happened? Morning, Zara. Expelliarmus, thank you very much for the 3 months. Good morning. How you doing? Well, I'm assuming you mean My Chemical Romance and not Manchester. They're coming to Wembley next year. Oh, okay. Because when was their last... They did do a tour. There was the one I went to, and I swear there's been one since. Morning, Kate. Palin, thank you very much for the 44 months. And Rob, thank you for the 49 months at tier 2. And Boxy, thank you very much for the 25 months. Good morning, Brandy. How are you and the buns doing? I'm sleepy. I'm a sleepy little guy. How's my Monday going? I'm eating lunch at 10 a.m. already. Oh no. Are you gonna make it through till dinner? You've used up all the snacks already. Good morning, Joe. I'm okay. I think when I work on Sundays, it then just confuses my week. And I know it happens very rarely, but I used to get it at the vets all the time when you'd work the odd weekend. How many weekends did I work? I worked 1 in 4? No, that can't be right. Maybe, no. Was there 1 in 4 weekends? And it would always just make you a bit like, what day is it? What's happening? Good morning, Nerd. Zara, thank you very much for the 46 months. Thank you. I was just watching yesterday's High Rollers in the start of the part 2 of the session. Oh, nice. Nice. A lovely lot. Oh, I don't know if people saw, but you probably did if you follow High Rollers. But if you're someone who likes High Rollers or just likes TTRPGs and also Discworld, they're doing a Discworld show, which is very exciting. I don't know if it's the same one we did for Mystery Quest or if it's a new one. But yeah, it should be good. Good morning, Hannah. Good morning, Lifelike. Is that why there's no more Wholesome Sunday games? Yeah, just pure confusion. Morning, Limewood. Morning, Rob. Did someone say Discworld? Is that how I summoned you? What was I literally about to respond to? Oh, yeah. I mean, the reason I don't do Sunday streams usually is because I've tried to, basically because I'm a smushy little smitten guy who tries to align their schedule with Alex. So I get as much Alex time in my life as possible. So I tried to not do late nights or weekends. But then he very often ends up working late and on weekends anyway, bless he. So doesn't always work out. But yeah, in theory. Oh, so if you're finished, no, still munching, there's the last one for you, Fifi, and the last one for you, Gerry. There we go. Even. I mean, Fifi probably still ate a lot more, but even. But yesterday was nice. I did the streams And then we had book club, which was very nice. And I finished the book club book like 40 minutes before book club. And then I had a 20-minute nap on the sofa. And then I was just really sleepy when I joined the call. I was just like, oh. Oh, wait, Gerry, there's one underneath you. And so it wasn't even in the end. I'm sorry. Hello. Hello, baby girl. My partner is not on a 9 to 5 schedule, so we occasionally desync so much we don't see each other and need to recalibrate. Yeah, it do be get like that sometimes. Hay fever today. Oh, I took a tablet just before bed, so it seems to be okay. What I was gonna try is I was reading that morning, Tom. I was reading that there is, like, some people say that nasal spray is better than tablets. So I was like, oh, maybe I could give that a go instead. But my problem is that I get itchy tubes. So I don't know if maybe the nasal spray still reaches that. I don't know. So I might get some and give it a go. But yeah, anything to I'm a nasal spray convert. Did you get, if this isn't a personal question, did you get itchy tubes before? Like, I guess it depends what, like, I don't know if everyone gets hay fever symptoms the same. Turkey, thank you very much for the 18 months. Good morning. Well, I guess all I can do is give it a go. Oh, Gerry, you trampled Fifi. Baconnaise nasal spray for the win changed my life. Nasal spray is top tier, itchy tubes and all. Maybe I just need to give that a go. Give one unlimited patience. How we do. I tend to find the nasal spray works faster and gets me less drowsy. Maybe that's why I've been so hemkin snoozy recently. Maybe it is because I'm taking hay fever tablets all the time. I've just been like, why can I not get out of bed? And why am I just sluggish? But yeah, I hadn't put that two together about it. Maybe it's the tablets making me drowsy. Yeah, there's one particular nasal spray that I was looking at that Holland and Barrett do. So I was thinking of getting that one. Tablets usually say if they're the drowsy ones. I can't remember. I mean, I don't think they say drowsy on them. I had to switch to nasal spray as even non-drowsy pills make me sleepy now. I should try this. Maybe I should become a nasal spray convert. And between my nasal spray and my eye drops, maybe this is the way forward. Oh, Fifi. My little button-up bunny. Still some of your tufts today. There's a turn up for the books. Morning, JD. Yeah, maybe I should give this a go. It's like, I was on Finch the other day and it was like, you can do a breathing exercise. And then it was like, breathe in through your nose. And I was like, I can't. This is impossible. It's, yeah, it would be nice to be a bit less bunged up throughout summer. Also, apparently it's getting back up to 32 again tomorrow. So I guess we get a bit more summer than we thought. But yeah, even my welfare app has unrealistic expectations of me. True. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Fifi. Sorry. I'll go back to just smushes. I know you've got a lot less patience for stealing tufts than Gerry does. Bless you. Above 25 degrees is too much for me. Yeah, honestly. I don't function in anything above, probably even anything above 22, to be honest. I'm just here for cold times and to be wrapped in blankies, and I'm really looking forward to a time when I can close the bedroom windows and I don't just hear cars all the time. I'm thinking tomorrow I might just go in the spare bedroom just so I can be away from the road. Dottie, thank you very much for the 47 months even. Thank you. Around 18 is my limit. Yeah, it's just too much. I need cold weather because my computer heats my room up by like 15 degrees. Yeah, that too. That too. Money Max. But yeah, it's... Oh. Good sniff. Let's put roadblocks down outside. Do you know what? There was a time when my road was blocked and I still think about it to this day. Like, years later, I treasure that memory. When I'm like, oh, remember when there were 6 weeks where no one could go up our road? Oh, it was good times. But the problem was, for like the first 3 nights, I still didn't sleep because I just lay awake being happy that I couldn't hear cars. I was just listening to quiet. Like, this is so good. I love it. I had an upper respiratory infection all week. It's acute, so I couldn't get antibiotics for it, so I'm just miserable. Oh no. Oh, that's no fun. I hope you're feeling better now. I don't have to worry about cars, but the boar instead... Wait, what? Piggoos? You have piggoos running around? Oh my goodness. Where I was from to stay for the next month, the main road by me is closed, so traffic can only be diverted directly past me. No, that's the opposite. Casey, thank you very much for the 49 months. Thank you. How we do? My goodness. Oh, I need to pop into town at some point because I've got loads of in-town jobs to do. And I'm like, morning, Callie. Forester Dean, noisy, smelly pigoo. Ah, I would love that. I'd love to visit one of those silly hours that have no cars just to see what it sounds like. Honestly, if you can bloody afford it, I recommend going to Tresco because just the quiet is beautiful. But even more so than that, the quietest place I have ever been, and it was like notably quiet, like just the complete absence of sound, was on the Isle of Skye. There's a bit that you can get a boat to that is very difficult to actually walk to, so people tend to boat round to it. And when you're there, it's the quietest noise I have ever heard. Like, there's just no sound whatsoever. And there's nowhere to stay. You'd have to camp. But yeah, staying there would be absolutely amazing. I mean, I guess once you're like there and people have gone home, maybe, like, you couldn't even hear the sea, even though the sea was right there. It was amazing, genuinely amazing. And there were birds, but you couldn't hear the birds. It was just something about being like between these two mountains. It wasn't mountains, it was just little hills, but yeah, absolutely amazing. Would recommend. This could be you if you went camping on the Isle of Skye in the right place. Super cozy. Oh, no. My thumb pressed the flip camera button. That's not something you need to see. Don't need to see my little face. and get a little knee peek instead. Don't need to see my fresh out of bed little mug peeking back at you. That would be like when people have oh, what is it? You know, when your Switch is loading on Animal Crossing and you see the you see the reflection of yourself. Camera flip means I get breakfast. Ooh, let me flip it round again. Do you know, I almost had the biggest scare the other day. This would have been, it didn't happen, but it would have been absolutely disgusting. But there was a time that I was feeling like really under the weather, but I was like, I'm well enough to do a bun stream. I can do this. This is fine. But I was filming the bunnies and my nose dripped out of nowhere because I was so like, ugh. My nose dripped and it hit my phone and it landed on the flip camera button. And I was like, don't you dare. Like it lit up like it was about to turn around. And I was like, that would have been the worst time for it to turn around. Just my big, puffy, snotty face just being like, hello everyone. But thankfully, I got quick reactions out of somewhere and I managed to like stop it before it did it. Dear oh dear. Thankfully it does lag a little bit when you press it. So it gives you a bit of warning. But yeah. But yes, would not have been good. What was I talking about before I gave myself a fright? I love Sky. I love Sky. It was oh, look at this baby boy. It was very lovely. But yeah, Isles of Scilly. I guess just basically go to any of the isles. They're probably a lot quiet. A lot more quiet than, well, I don't know. I guess Isle of Wight is probably, I've not been there. Maybe that's a bit. Did you see the old man store thing? Yes, we climbed up it. Well, not the old man himself, but we climbed up to see it. That's where I filmed, fun fact, that's where I filmed my Camp Yog introduction. I didn't film it, Tom Bates filmed it, but that's where it was filmed. Morning ripping. Isle of Wight is nice and quiet. I'm the only person in my family who hasn't been there. Because I think they all went on holiday there. Was that the one that I was in the womb? Is it one I've technically been to, but as a fetus? Or is that somewhere else? But yeah, I've not been there as a out of womb human. What are the words I'm trying to say? Why do I sound like an alien? Isn't a Wight a ghost? Oh, I don't know. Is the Isle of Wight haunted? I know it's got dinosaur models. Maybe if we were doing the Yogs cruise to there, I would know. But alas, I do not know. What was that going by? Something big went by. Alerted Jerry's little ears. Red squirrels there. I got to see the red squirrels. I was talking to Alex the other day. Does the Isle of Wight have aerial gorillas? I don't know. You do get aerial gorilla a lot of places. I do know you get it in the Forest of Dean, because that's the one that... But I think, do you get it at Centre Parks? I think they have various ones at Centre Parks. Good morning, Jushi. Did I say good morning on Hall? Aerial gorillas. Basically, Kirsty and I on this week's Comfort Zone were talking about Go Ape and I couldn't remember the name of it, and I kept referring to it as aerial gorilla because I was like, I know there's some sort of it's up in the sky, it's up in the treetops, and there's some sort of primate. So I just couldn't think what it was. So I was just like, that aerial gorilla thing where you walk around the treetops and you have to like use to like there's an assault course and stuff. So it's just our name for it now. But yeah, we were saying that it'd be nice to go and do Go Ape / aerial gorilla, whichever version. I've not got that far yet. Oh, okay. Yeah, they've got some version of it, haven't they, at Centre Parks? It's not like, because I know that there's one that you go and do like a treetop walk, and then you go down the thing, the line that you hold on to. What are they called? Zip line. That's the one. Thank you. Yeah. But I guess it's not an official Go Ape one. It's just Centre Parks. Maybe that's called aerial gorilla. Maybe that's where I'm getting confused. I don't think anything's called aerial gorilla. But my friend was going to aerial tree trekking with the zip line. Maybe that's where I got the aerial from. I don't know. My friend was showing me pictures of the Bristol Zoo project the other day, literally yesterday, and I didn't realize that, like, because whenever I hear the word zoo, Kaino, thank you very much for the 40 months, so thank you. Whenever I hear the word zoo, I'm like, I'm already expecting like the worst. Because I guess that's what zoos usually imply. But it looks like the enclosures actually have like they were showing me where the bears are, and it is actually amazing. And I was like, oh, maybe it is okay. So I'm going to do a bit of research into it. But Alex was like saying how, it's meant to be like what Britain was like, like however many years ago, hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago. And which is why it has like bears, because we used to have bears. And then he was like, I wonder if they have red squirrels there. And I was like, they won't have red squirrels. He was like, why? I was like, because you can't contain squirrels in a forest. Like, you can't just be like, excuse me, grey squirrels, do you have a pass to get in? Because they're going to ignore you. I was like, the only reason we have red squirrels still on like the aisles is because they're like water bound. You don't get grey squirrels sailing across to the Isles of Scilly trying to invade. But yeah, squirrels are ungovernable. Yes. So but yeah, the bears and the wolves live in the same enclosure because they don't fight over territory. Yeah, I would quite like to go if it is good. Because, yeah, I do get sad whenever I've gone to a zoo that is, a purely... Because obviously the word zoo encaptures a lot of different things. You've got, your zoos that are just for profit, and then your zoos that are for conservation, and I wish there were two different words that you actually know if it's a good one or a bad one, sort of thing. Just call them good zoos and evil zoos. Then we'd all be able to know which one to go to. We went to Monkey World and there was a sign saying, please don't eat the fruit on the trees. We use these to feed the apes. And then there was a deer wandering around eating the fruit. Oh my gosh, ungovernable. They're just there like, this can't stop me, I can't read. Morning owls. They're also a conservation charity. Oh, that's good. Because, yeah, there are like... Zoods and zads. This zoo makes me sad. um, there are, yeah, some that I've been to that I'm just like, you can tell that. I'm trying to think of a nice way to say it, but I can't really think of one. But I remember, I can't remember which one it was, but there was a zoo I went to years and years and years ago, and you could just tell that the lions were very inbred, and it made me very sad. Um, Good morning, Crowley. I think there are new rules for zoos. Now have to have a certain percentage of money put into conservation and minimal spaces. They announced some changes recently. Oh, that's good. Good morning, Cat. I don't think it was one near Bristol. I can't remember. I think this was before I moved to Bristol. It might have been, oh my gosh, what is like the one in Hertfordshire that I just cannot think of the name of? I think it was that one. But it escapes me. I found Bristol Zoo really sad. Yes, same. I remember going there when I was fresh into Bristol when my niece came down to visit. When she was still, oh, maybe it was Whipsnade, yeah. I think it might have been Whipsnade that made me sad. But yeah, I remember going to the only time I went to Bristol Zoo and I was a bit like, oh, this ain't good. So hopefully it's a good thing that they've, because it's the Bristol Zoo project. Is that in the same place as where Bristol Zoo was, but they've just opened it up, or is it two different things? Went to the aquarium in Portsmouth when I was young and it was so depressing. That's the thing, I've not been to... Oh, did they move it? So what's actually happening at Bristol, in the place of Bristol Zoo now? Because I heard a thing the other day, well, a few months ago now, that some of the animals were just still in there. I was thinking, that's not good. Maybe I should go rescue them all. We went to a massive zoo in France, and the tigers were having their enclosure redone, so they were kept in quite small enclosures, which was quite sad. I remember going to like a safari in France. It wasn't like a proper safari obviously, but it was like one of those big ones that you would drive around, and they gave you bags of popcorn to feed the animals, and I was like, you meant to feed animals popcorn? I have such a memory of like my brother and sister like throwing out popcorn to wallabies and just thinking, a wallaby's meant to eat popcorn. That doesn't seem right. But yeah, dear oh dear. That's because they were still building the enclosure in Bristol Zoo project. Ah, okay. So hopefully everything's been moved out there. I've never been to a safari. My dad wouldn't do it because the monkeys that damage your car. I just remember what was it? There was some sort of aminals, and they had, was it oryx? But they were just like, they just stuck their heads fully in the car, and they would just be like, hello. And you're like, excuse me. And I just remember how like big and drivelly they were. They were very lovely. And the giraffes as well, like feeding big giraffes. I mean, hopefully, my memories of that place is that it took ages to drive around it. But then again, I was a child, so hopefully it wasn't, hopefully it wasn't smaller than I think. But yeah, morning Chronicle, morning pizza. Are bunnies allowed to eat popcorn? No. Corn in general is just very bad for bunny tummies. I would also definitely remember Longley. I got licked by a giraffe last week. 10 out of 10 would recommend. It was like one of those, like, I would absolutely love if there was somewhere that was a very good conservation place that was definitely really good and the animals are well treated and they have loads of, like, space and all of that stuff. If all of those safeguards are in place, I would absolutely love to go to a capybara, like, meet and greet. What are they called? You know, when you get to go in with them and you sit and you feed them and you cuddle them. If there was one that I could do that was actually like a good capybara experience, oh my gosh, I would love to do. But so many places that I see them, I'm just like, oh, that's not a good place to go to. But then it's such a difficult one, isn't it? Because it's like, you also know that the animals that are there do deserve, you know, that it's not their fault that they're in a zoo. It's like adopt, don't shop, isn't it? Like, I'll always be behind adopt, don't shop. But then I also think, well, the animals that are in bloody pets at home, they do deserve good homes too. Maybe I should start just stealing them. Maybe I should do crime. Maybe that's the way forward. Maybe this is the beginning of my villain arc. I'm just gonna go start stealing from pets at home. Giving all the babies good homes. But yeah, it do be a tough one. And sure, it'd be easy to bond a capybara with two bunnies. They're super chill. I just have to check if capybara can get ecaniculi. If it's passable to them, then it would be a no-go. But if I could turn the entire garden into some sort of hot spring-esque enclosure. Hello. Then maybe if I could move out to a little cottage in the middle of nowhere. Oh, Gerry, you look a bit like a capybara sometimes. Maybe you would take to them quite well. We can start by trying to balance fruit on your head and see if you can go from there. Oh, look at you, baby boy. Why is Fifi always so ready for action? Because she doesn't have hay fever. She doesn't have it holding her back. That's her secret. Just don't be allergic to the world. He would not enjoy the bathing, no. Bunnies are like mogwai. You shouldn't get them wet. It is not good. Oh, look at that. Was that a little tooth purr? Was that a little tooth purr in there? Good sir. Hey, baby boy. There is a tooth purr. Mixed messages where he's tooth purring but turning away. Oh. That's okay. That's okay. Is bunny fur quite thick? It depends on the bunny, really. Like, Fifi, as a Rex, her fur is, like, dense. Like, you can't really see her skin a lot of the time because it's just too dense to be able to get through. Whereas Gerry, you know, his is like, well, you can't really see his either. But sometimes you can. Sometimes it's there. It is very, like, very fine, but very dense, I would say. Like, it's super soft. Softer than dogs and cats. For real, for real. But yeah. Just very dense. There's a lot of it. They're very floofy. Very floofy indeed. Geez, that's just reminded me of, I remember when, because obviously a lot of the time people will be like, oh, you like bunnies, and there's a bunny gift that is going around, and I get it sent to me all the time, and sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes it's a terrible thing, because I remember there was that gift that went around for ages of the bunny being bathed in the sink, and I was like, that is just a terrible thing to do, and it's really bad, and that bunny is not being taken care of properly. Like, they've been put onto their back, which is dangerous. They've been put into a sink, which is dangerous. And every time someone would be like, oh, bunny, and they'd send it to me, and I'd be like, okay, buckle up. I'm gonna tell you, like, thank you for thinking of me, but also, here's why this is terrible. Like, sorry to be the killer of fun here, but... Das ist nicht gut. Jivo, thank you very much for the 16 months. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it does happen every now and then. I've not seen that one in a while, thankfully. So hopefully it's not because people just stop talking to me. I'm like that with insects. Yeah, I imagine like people basically get paralyzed on their backs, right? Yeah, they get like tranced, which is not good. It's very dangerous for Banuis. But yeah, years ago there was a bearded dragon gif on his back with his little arms flailing as a gif. And I was like, no, he's not happy. Yeah, I think when I imagine it especially happens with like insects and reptiles, as it's not like they have very easy to read facial expressions sort of thing. So I imagine people are just like, oh, look at a goofy little guy. And you're like, no. But yeah, it's not good. It's like even that there's a reaction gif that is a humpter, and it's like zooming in on the humpter and it's saying soon. And the humpter itself is absolutely fine, but the you can see their cage behind them, and it's like one of the ones that's really small and full of all of those plastic tubes. So even though the hamster is fine in that moment, even that I'm just like, oh no, they're gonna go back in there soon. That's not good. I just want to save all the little babies. All the little guys. I've also stolen a bit more of Gerry's bum. In this time. But yeah. I guess all I can do is just keep trying to point people in the right direction of people who know what they're doing for things I don't know about, and teach people the good about the things I do. Does that make sense? Because yeah, I do not know about proper reptile care. I did a lot of research when we had Belly. But reptiles are very different from each other. Like, you can't just assume that they all want, a heat source to sit on or a heat source above. You've got to do all of your, That's a really good poop chew you're doing there, baby. That's really good. Look at that, proper yam, yam, yam. Thank you for the kisses. Oh, I'm just covering you with your own floof. Look at look at all of this. What are you doing? What's going on with this baby boy? You just homgy? He doesn't have the sillies. He's a very sensible young man. Yeah. I think he's just got the hungies. Oh, you're going in for a toffee as well. What are you after? Are you just after food? Yeah, I think he's just a hungry little guy. You can have your snack now if you like. Would you like it? But I will ask that you move further back on the carpet because otherwise you'll be on the rug and I'll be told off. Okay. You're going to run forward. I need you to do the opposite of running forward. Okay, bunnies, over here. Gerry, over here. Gerry, over here. And then we turn around and we go over. Fifi, stop blocking him. There we go. There you go. Well done, Gerry. He tried the strawberry tops. I put them in just to see if he would give it a go because he's not tried it in a while. And it seems like he just wanted to eat the green part. He didn't want to actually eat the strawberries themselves, but that's fair dues. Well done for trying, baby boy. It used to be that if it was just like on its own, he'd be like, no. How was the Anarchy clip 5 years ago? Would that have been back when they had the treat jar? I've still got it. It's just on the shelf. It just doesn't have any treats in it. But I was thinking of getting some like mason jars and starting to organise all of their forage stuff. They have a lot of forage at the moment because I accidentally forgot to cancel. Basically, when it was, I didn't get to do it in the end because one of them never arrived, but I was planning on doing a video for Rabbit Awareness Week that was comparing different, or just suggesting different subscription boxes that are available because some of them will have unsuitable things in, but some of them are really good. So I ordered 3 and then I forgot to cancel one of them and I got like 2 more boxes. I was just like, I have too much forage now. So I do need to, I've got a lot of stuff that I can make content with, I guess. I can definitely show off the subscriptions. Sounds like you need more bunnies. No, they will get through it. I guess that's the good stuff about forage is that it is already dried. So it shouldn't be going off. And then I entered a raffle for Snores, which is Special Needs and Older Rabbit Rescue, that Straw often posts about in the Discord. I entered I know words. I entered their raffle And I won both first and second prizes somehow. Out of like 250 people, I was just like, huh? So I gave one of them back, and I kept the one that was a big forage bundle, so I got that as well. So yeah, definitely won't be wanting for forage for a long time. But yes, it's pretty lucky. I know, I never usually win raffles and all of that sort of stuff, and then to win again. But the first prize was like a wooden castle, and I was thinking, I think someone else could make more of this than I can, because we've already got like 2 wooden castles in their room. So I just said to put it back into the next raffle so it can make more money for the rescue sort of thing. I'm going to lie down too, because the bunnies are doing it and it looks fun. What if we all lay down on the floor? Everybody just go have a nap. Just treat yourself. I forgot that it used to be double treats on Bun Stream, because didn't I used to do greens and then like naughty treats? And then the bunnies started having bad poos and getting a bit chunky. So I was like, I shouldn't be doing this anymore. So I cut back and just started doing the greens instead. They occasionally get naughty treats. But the bunnies didn't forget yet. Yeah. Look at you. I need to take that treats redemption off, to be honest, because I can't see redemptions when I'm on my phone, and they get treats anyway. So it's sort of a bit surplus to requirement. It has been for a long time. I just don't really get what to do with redemptions, like point redemptions. I don't really. I guess if you're someone who wants to have like noises and stuff on the stream, then it makes sense. But for everything else, I'm like, I've never really had a time where I felt that I've known what to do with them. I'm sure someone out there has gotta wait for the advent calendar for naughty treats. Yes, Drew. Saving my nut for the fabled baking stream. I've got one of those still in. Who was it? It wasn't Saffron, was it? Someone put in for a baking stream, but it specified that it should be with Kirsty. And because this was about like 2 or 3 years ago, I swear, this is a long time ago. Definitely wasn't you. Who was it? It was one of yours. But yeah, someone put in for a baking stream, spent all of the points, and I've just not been able to do it since, because I don't really see Kirsty. And when I do, I don't think I could pin her down to do a stream of like an IRL baking stream. So, because she's usually down for like a specific reason sort of thing. So it's just been sat in the redemption thing for years. And I'm like, maybe one day this could happen. But I think it's probably time to just refund all of those points and accept defeat. Need a redeem on Kirsty's channel to go to Bristol to do a baking stream. Yeah. We've not even had a chance to do something gastronomy for like a long time. Where does Kirsty live? So Kirsty's over. It's not. I mean, if you're not a country that is the UK, it always seems so silly that we don't cross the distances more often. But she's over in Hertfordshire, which is near London. So I guess it's about 2 hours, 2.5 hours maybe, to get over. Which I will be doing on Friday, but I will be taking the train, so it will be 3.5 hours for me. But I am gonna go back to Hertfordshire for the weekend. Alex was saying I was silly because he's like, you're going back on Friday and you're coming back on Sunday, so you're essentially doing all that travelling just for one day. But it do be like that. You visiting Taboo? No, I'm just going back to visit family. Because I haven't seen them since Christmas. But I think because next week I'm going to have to take... Wait, let me think of the days. 16th and 17th is the weekend. So 18, 19, 20, 21. I'm going to... Next week I have to take the Thursday and the... No, the Wednesday and the Thursday off. So I was like, well, I can't really stay in Hertfordshire any longer because then I'll only be working on Tuesday. But hopefully I'll get to go back another time. But you're gonna bake there? No. See, this is the problem. When I go back to Hertfordshire, I can only really like spare a couple days here and there. So can we do a subathon, but the only reward is that you take a week off work? Well, I will be taking... I've got a holiday booked in September, which is why I'm trying not to have any days off at the moment. So, when is it? It's the week of the Dota International. Where are you going? Center Parks. So I will get to do a lot of reading, a lot of mushroom hunting, go down the rapids, probably do more reading, mostly reading and looking at mushrooms. Might even see some deer. I did it the last time we went. None of that is TI related. I mean, we might watch some, but it's basically like the week before. So the Monday to Friday, and then we'll come home, and then it'll be the Sunday that we get back will be the international final. So we might get to watch a little bit whilst we're away, but yeah. How many holidays have you given yourself in your contract to yourself? Not well. I feel like I have a lot of time off, but because I've had... This will be my second holiday this year because I was off in January. So I feel like getting 2 holidays a year is pretty good going. But I guess that's because I don't know what the norm is. There are some people who I feel like they go away all the time. But I guess for me, because I grew up with like, oh, look at that tuft. Can I get that out? Whoa, thank you, dear. Thank you. Good boy. Hello, beautiful. I guess because I grew up with like my parents worked in schools as well as me being at school, so we would just have like the holiday in the summer holidays because that was when everyone could go away, sort of thing. So I guess for me, I'm like, the standard is having one. In Sweden we usually do 1 to 2 weeks around Christmas and 4 to 5 weeks in the summer. Oh, 45 weeks. That's a good holiday. Good morning, Undisclosed. How's it going? I was thinking that recently, I was saying this to Arnhul sort of the other day, but I feel like I have like what's the word? Like predetermined burnout. Like thinking about the next 2 weeks is making me feel burnt out, and I'm like, I've not even done anything yet, but just thinking about them, I'm like, oh, I'm done. And I don't know if it's because I've had like a lot of social things recently, or I was talking to Cosy and Ffion about this, and they were like, that's the sign that you're burnt out. That's like you're already there. I was like, oh. But I think because it's like a big version of, you know, if you get the thing where if you have an appointment later in the day and it becomes all you can think about. I sort of have that, but it's just for an entire month. 'Cause like, so I guess the tiny team stuff this week, which isn't a problem, but having worked on the Sunday and blah 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 blah. Is it because you're also having to make a lot of decisions? Maybe, because I think part of that, not maybe with stream, but with so I'm organising a baby shower for a friend, and I guess just having to like talk to that many people and just be like going back and forth all the time and being like, is this okay for you, or is this okay, and having to like organise stuff. So there's like, I've got this week is tiny teams things. I'm basically quite a delicate flower. If my schedule changes, it throws me off, and I don't like that that's the truth, but I'm starting to realise that it is the truth, and I'm like, I don't want this to be the case. But yeah, if I do anything that's out of the ordinary, I'm just like, well, this is a disaster. But then I'm going home this weekend to visit family, which is nice. And then no, not extracurricular things, but like my streaming schedule. Even if it's like I'm going into the office one day in the normal time that I'm streaming, that can just be enough to make me be like, well, I'm so unsettled for the entire week. But yeah, I got like, so the fact that it's tiny teams this week, I'm already like, oh. And then going home, thinking about having to go through London after streaming on Friday, I'm just like, oh, geez, peak time London. That's never fun. London's never fun, apart from in the fun places. And then coming back, and there's a thing that I can't talk about that's happening the week after, on Wednesday and Thursday. But you'll notice that quite a few people are taking those days off. But there's something, but I can't talk about it. So there's that. And then that weekend is then the baby shower. So then I think after that I can sort of relax a bit more. But I think just these next 2 weeks I'm just a bit like, oh, do I have anything to think about in the last week? Maybe. Oh yeah, the day after I'm seeing, oh yeah, Alex's family are coming down that day. I think also, like, if I have things planned on weekends, the more I think about it, the more I'm realizing in my old age that I'm someone who needs, oh, are you okay, baby boy? I need at least one day of the weekend free to not do anything, and I need 8 hours of sleep. Otherwise, if I don't get those things, oh, it's done for. Because I've been watching Race Around the World, and they're all saying about how they're like barely eating and getting no sleep for like 50 days, and I'm like, could I do it? Or would I get like a weekend and be like, nah, I'm done, mate. I'm done. I just need to go home and sleep in a bed. Thank you. Hi. With that little hand. A new hand touches the ice pod. He's determined to keep his little hand on there. Oh no, there we go. Bronchi confirmed human. True. True. Oh. But I think I do need to just do more. Having at least one day to sleep in a week is pivotal to me. Yeah, I think I just have realized that I need more. I saw this study that said that typically women need more sleep than men as well. So I'm using all of that to my advantage. It's not my fault that I need more sleep. I just have to honkshoe Mimi, Sometimes you gotta. You gotta both honkshoe and me. You find your excuses where you can, right? Science said I need a nap. It's true. It was really nice having a nap yesterday. I've not had a nap in ages. And even though it was just like 20 minutes, it was a really nice one. I feel like the energy that you must be using to keep your head up like that cannot be comfortable, Gerry boy. Look at he. Why don't you just relax? Mm-hmm. Look at his little feet. Look at them. Those delicate little feet. He's like, don't look at the feet. Don't do it. Oh. Well, I guess. Oh my gosh, my tummy is a rumbling. I guess it's time for me to head off. We have some food and peanut. Yolks have just gone live. Nice. Shall we do them a Hemkin raid? Any bagels left? No, we got through all the bagels now. But I'm tempted to have beans on toast. Because I do be liking beans on toast. Well, everyone, look how closely they're smushed. So smushied in there. Look at that. There's not a nary a gap between them. Everyone, look after yourselves. I'll see some of you later for stream. The rest of you have wonderful days. And I shall speak to you all soon. Bye-bye for now. Bye-bye.